you look at the issue and your reaction, and you are overreacting. Have you heard that word before? Overreacting. That's lack of emotional intelligence. You are killing a cockroach with a sledgehammer. Do you need a sledgehammer to kill a cockroach? So you look at the issue, the value of that issue, and your emotional outburst. When they are not appropriate, then you are overreacting. That is not easy. To note that, I think I'm stepping too far from this. I'm overreacting. It's not everybody that has emotional intelligence to spot that they are overreacting. That is not easy. Now, at the right time, to be angry at the right time, that is also not easy. There is timing. When you are angry at somebody at the wrong time, you are not likely to get the best results from that interaction. For example, never angry with somebody that is hungry. Did you get that? People are not naturally sane when they are hungry. People are not naturally realistic, especially subject to the degree of that hunger. There are some kinds of hunger that it looks like the world is about to come to an end. You cannot even sit in class to listen to anybody. You look at the weather and everybody is saying the weather is bright. You'll be asking, who off light? Who switch off the light? But people are saying, look at lights everywhere. Trust me, it is hunger. There are times that you cannot afford to be upset. If you are not able to time your anger, then you lack emotional intelligence. And then for the right purpose and the right way. We've seen people that picked knife and killed their friends because they were angry. And then they asked them, what happened? I didn't know what came over me. I can't explain it. That's lack of emotional intelligence. Some people took their own lives and then they got to heaven and they say, oh, I made a mistake, but they can't come back because they were angry. So this statement from Aristotle is to help us capture the entire subject of emotional intelligence. Do we have questions so far? Do you have questions? What is happening between these two guys? What's happening? Stop doing what? Duh. Is that duh? How many of us have done it before? Talk to the hand. I don't want to talk now. Why do we do that? We're angry, right? Guys, what's our own version? Leave that side. And you know what? At times you would be doing it. Your mind will telling you, you're not making sense, but you're just saying, I'm a guy now. I can't say sorry now. Abba. Emotional intelligence is being able to know who you are angry with, know the degree, know the timing, know the purpose, and then the right way. Is it possible not to be angry? Is it possible? Is there anyone here that has never been angry before? Ever? Including the man right there in front of you? How do you know I've been angry before? Because I'm human. But, as easy as it sounds, where you will mark your emotional intelligence is that you're able to appropriate all these points with the right person. If you are wrong, don't push it on other people. It's not the right person you are angry with. Be angry with yourself and make corrections. But what's the natural tendency? To find the scapegoats. Let's see some of the emotions that we express. I need a volunteer to quickly run through them for me. Anyone? Okay? Okay, I have somebody.
Happy, angry, sad, frustrated, sneaky, scared, surprised, shy, bossy, sleepy, embarrassed, mean, frowned, nervous, silly, disappointed, confused, impatient, curious, kind, obnoxious, excited, gloomy.
Okay, Let's do a quick role play. A round of applause for her. A round of applause for her. A role play. All right. I need one person from each group to stand. Anybody. So group leader point to anybody. They can't say no. You are the leader. So once your group leader points at you, please rise. Please rise. Everybody, please rise. I shall have 5 people standing now. 5 people standing. All right. So you're going to pick one of these emotions and give us a dramatic expression of those emotions. Let's see. Be real. Oh. If you are mad, you need to really be mad. Let's see what it looks like. And then we'll give you a feedback on how we perceive you. All right. So with group 1, please step out. Choose any of these emotions and just give us a role play very quickly. So tell us which one you are doing. Nervous. So you show us when somebody is nervous. Is that correct? Well, we can't see you now. Let us see you. Is that what people do when they're nervous? Okay, that's your own version. Okay, show us again. Show us again. Action. A round of applause for him. Thank you. Now, one of the signs to nervousness is that you're not able to look at people. And that's lack of emotional intelligence. It takes what we call assertiveness to have that confidence to come into a room and walk confidently and look at everybody. All right? So it's correct. Looking away, you're shaking, but you're trying to hide it, but everybody can see it, but you're praying that nobody is seeing it, but everybody is seeing it, and you're wondering, oh, they are not seeing me. That's nervousness. So emotionally intelligent people, they walk into a room with their heads high, and they walk confidently with a smile, and they greet everybody, eyeball to eyeball. So look at the person beside you, eyeball to eyeball for 2 seconds. I didn't mean you should scare them. Don't scare them. Look, Uni. I said look. Don't scare your neighbor, all right? All right. You should be able to look at the person beside you, and when they leave, you can tell the color of their eyes. Yes. Do you know that in civilized world, when there is a crime, a 3-year-old can tell the police the facial structure and the contact lens of the criminal, and they can use that to investigate and arrest the person. They were trained, or they are trained to be able to pick eye contact in a glance. So I'm going to close my eyes now, and you tell me my eye contact, my contact lens. You should have seen it. I've been with you for how many hours now? Even me, I don't know it, but whatever you say, you are correct. All right, let's have the next person. Please step out. So don't be nervous. Yeah. You have to be confident, okay? Next.
Angry.
Angry, okay, show us. You think I'll be scared? Don't worry. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. All right, thank you. Round of applause for him. Anger. Anger is an emotion, okay? How do you overcome the urge of extreme anger? How do you overcome it? Sorry? Find a distraction or walk away. Walk away for a few minutes. When you're calm, then you return to address the issue. Or they say count to 10. While you're counting, you're likely going to calm down. Or just pray and sing worship song. At times, silence can actually be like a volcanic eruption that is building up. So you are saying, but in your mind, you are here already. By the time you launch out, it will be a disaster. All right? So it's okay to talk about it, but if the person is not in a place, don't forget that timing, is not in a place to listen to you, you can walk away, you can count to 10, or you can just pray. All right? Let's have the next person. So which one are you choosing? Yes. Yeah, no, step out and show us an emotion from here. Anyone? Okay, quickly.
Okay.
So tell us which one are you? You have been mean.
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
Okay. Would you put that thing right there? You can't even walk well. See how fat you look.
A round of applause for her. Meanness. Being mean. You know, the Bible calls it spiritual wickedness in high places. Being mean. What's the alternative to that? Be kind-hearted. Do you know that you don't even need to say anything to be mean? You can look at somebody up, down, and you summarize their destiny. That is meanness. So, and your teacher will tell you, or your parent will tell you, why were you mean? I didn't say anything. Please ask. I didn't say anything, but with your body language, you have said a lot. Okay, so thank you. A round of applause for her. Okay, you're next. Please choose one of these and give us a role play.
I want to choose obnoxious.
Obnoxious.
Okay.
Don't choose me. Choose somebody else.
Okay. This guy. Yeah, come and give me this thing now. How you feeling now? Yeah. Yeah. Nice, so nice.
Just irritating
Should
people.
Should I take off your wig for you?
No, they're afraid now. They're afraid already. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Inappropriate behavior. Inappropriate. You need to give people privacy. It can't be too familiar. All right? So you must respect people's privacies and boundaries. Touching, pecking. Who can give me more of those obnoxious attitudes? Hugging. Hugging is not always obnoxious. You almost suffocate. All right. You're the last person. Can you step out there? A round of applause for him. No, for him. Then her now. This is not a gender. So it's okay. You're next.
Okay.
Which one are you role playing?
Shy.
Shy. Why shall I shy? Go on.
Do you mean I'm pretty?
Oh my God.
Thank you.
What can you notice immediately from our role play? She's shy and what? How do you pick that? How do you pick that? The voice is weak, right? No eye contact, we talked about that. Blushing, exaggerated blush. Trying to mask her shyness. And then you see that she was moving uncoordinatedly. Just moving up and down. As if, God, let me just disappear now. What did we say initially about that? When you come into a space like this and there are people, how do you walk in? Confidently. What else did I tell you? Maintain eye contact. If you need to give yourself a quick pep talk as you're walking in that you can do it, you're not weak, you're not timid. The more you do that and you put yourself in situations to face people, the more confident you'll be of yourself. So these are some of the expressions that give us away as either emotionally intelligent or otherwise. And there are levels of emotional intelligence. You can be low, you can be medium, and then you can be high. I'm hoping that after our interaction today, from whatever level you are getting higher. Okay? So, 10 seconds. Look at your neighbor again, eyeball to eyeball, and don't look away for 10 seconds. Don't be scared. Yes, you can. Don't tell me you are looking at God. Look at your neighbor. All right? There is nothing there. Too serious. and smile. Quick smile. Don't do like this. That's scary movie. All right? Quick smile and then say something nice. Okay, so I'm going to give you another 5 seconds. Look at that person and appreciate something about that person now. 5 seconds starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody looked at me, but I forgive all of you. I forgive you. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. I want to come up with different scenarios to show the way we feel about issues. I showed us a picture now of all kinds of emotions and feelings. Now let's see some cases, and then somebody from each group will tell me what kind of emotion are you likely going to have from these cases. The first one, when you have a fight with your friend, what kind of emotion do you feel at that time? Anger? Hurt? Your conscience, so you hold yourself accountable. Interesting. Let me hold that for a few minutes. Now, write this down. Never take responsibility for your control and things outside your control. What are the things within your control? You can choose what you say. You can choose how you react. You can choose your values and your beliefs. You can choose your choice of words. Somebody comes to you and says your head is like coconut. Excuse me, is your head like coconut? Have you checked the mirror? Do you look like coconut? So, why would you take that to heart and then let that person define your whole day because of a statement? That is not within your control. So what do? You walk away. And then you tell yourself, I know who I am. How many of us know that song? It's not that easy. That's why I said in the definition, let's go back quickly. Can you see that anybody can become angry? Can you remember that? That is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, at the right time, for the right purpose, and in the right way, that is not easy. Thank you for saying it is not easy. It's not easy to walk away when you are insulted. But your level of emotional intelligence will help you to say that, all right, I'm not going to let you spoil my day. So, I know who I am. That's management. Self what? Management. Now, let me ask you. If we're walking, this happened to me in Ilorin last week. You know, I've been teaching this for a while. And I normally use this illustration. So let me use my real life experience now. I took a walk on Saturday in Ilorin from, I'm not sure you know the area. And then I saw this guy coming towards me. Something told me that this guy is not normal. This guy is not okay. It was early in the morning. So how do I know? I noticed I wasn't walking straight, but he had a good shirt on. Probably somebody gave it to him or something, but it just looked like something was wrong. And he walked close to me and he said, weary. I know I'm not weary now. So I just crossed to the other side and walked away. And I looked at him, he was just going. Now, if I had said, Emi weary, I remove my shirt and we start to fight. Excuse me, how many weary do we have there? So we have two ways. One is a pastor, and one is not a pastor. But whether you call yourself anything, by what you do, people define you. All right? So I walked away because and it was so interesting because I taught people about choosing your behaviors and, putting people in context. And when it happened to me on Saturday, I got to the hotel and I told my wife that, can you imagine? It's like this thing is becoming practical, or maybe I shouldn't teach it again. But the point is, to choose how you behave, regardless of what other people do around you, that is not easy. And it calls for a higher sense of responsibility. All right? So let's move on. So when you fight with your friend, and your friend is just being obnoxious, just being mean, just being unreasonable, don't take responsibility. When you do, this is what will happen. You are empowering that bad behavior to oppress you more. Do you know that? You are empowering that bad. When people know that they hold the key to your emotion, trust me, 90% of the time they use it against you. Most of the time. When they know that when they talk to you anyhow, you'll be unhappy throughout the day, trust me, they will continue to press your button. But the day you show them that I'm in control, and they do something to you and they expect you to be sad and moody, and you put on a song and you're singing, glory be to God in the highest, amen. And you look at you that, she's not even crying. Most of the time, they lose that power over you. Do you know that? So, you said that at times you take responsibility. You need to put it in context. Own your emotions and choose how you behave, not what people expect you to behave or how they want you to behave. All right? So when you have a fight with your friend is one, the next. When someone says something mean to you. Sorry, you say God bless you. You know that's very painful for them. You know, it's very painful for them. When they say, especially when they use the F word, fuck you, man. I say, it's all right, thank you. Please don't give me those bad ones. Let's just use that. Let's manage that one. I know at times, you look good, or you just bought something very nice. Nice hair or nice shoe. And everybody's been saying, oh, nice, oh. And you've been hop hair. You know, you're almost walking in the hair. And then a friend says, is he from China? And then you go from up here, boom, like a crash. No, don't let them do that to you. Oh, by the way, he's not from China. And whether he's from China or not, it looks good on me. Don't you think so? It doesn't say, actually, small. It looks good, small. But control your emotions. Control your emotions. Don't let people define your life. It comes from where? Self-awareness. You know who you are. You know what God says you are. All right? Let's see the next one. When your parents tell you off. Oh, God. You know, that's very painful, you know. How can mommy say that? How do you handle that? You go and cry small. And then you say, mommy, do you mean it? Most of the time, mommy will say, you know, I was just upset. It's all right. You're a good girl. Now, let's go back to the definition. Aristotle. The right degree. You must always excuse people's behavior this way. When people are upset, most of the time they are unreasonable, including our parents. Because they can be angry. They can say you're a bad girl. You're a mistake. Trust me, she carried you for 9 months. You cannot be a mistake. How long does mistake last for? 9 months can't be a mistake. And then she has raised you from day one. That's nothing mistake. So you must put it in context that mommy is just upset. When she calms down, we're going to have a talk. All right? So people can be angry. We agree to that. Everybody can be angry. But you must be on top of your emotion. All right? So when they tell you off, calm down and then apologize and talk to mommy. Most of the time, you earn more when mommy comes around to make up for hurting you. Yes or no? You may eat the best meal that day. Just for mommy to say, I didn't mean it that way. All right? Let's see the next scenario. When you get a good gift, how do you feel? Now, don't be mistaken. Some of us don't know how to appreciate good gifts. Yes, we get familiar with gifts, especially from people that care about us. For example, how many of us here still tell our mommy every time she cooks that this food is nice, thank you, mommy? Or we have outgrown it. Right? Okay, if you said it today, let me see your hand. Less than 2%. If you said it yesterday, let me see your hand. Okay, how many of us still say thank you to daddy and mommy for paying our fees? Consciously. Good. Please don't get familiar with gifts, especially from people that care about you. All right? Someone says something nice to you, of course. People that lack emotional intelligence say, no, don't say it. Yes. Yes, a lack of emotional intelligence. Oh, I like your hair. No, it's even fake. You use your mouth to cancel the whole thing. Yeah, it happens to you, right? Yeah, you sabotage yourself. I like your shoe. No, I bought it from Yaba. No. No, don't do that. There's what we call gracefulness. Gracefulness. Give people the opportunity to compliment you and receive it with grace and respond with thanks. So, no, it is fake pride. It is fake humility. When people say that, you don't know. They're enjoying it. They're just saying, no. The Bible says, no. No. Give people the opportunity. So when they're saying, something, I say, thank you. Look at them. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Be graceful. There's nothing to be shy about compliments. All right? Why shall I shy? Next. When you lost someone dear to you, or something dear to you, what kind of emotion do you express? Sadness, deep sorrow. You need the comfort of the Holy Spirit here. Because at times it could be so deep that you cannot even help yourself. You need to find a reason in God. That's why your relationship with God is key. To find comfort. All right? And then at times, don't go through it by yourself. You talk to people. Talk to your pastors in church. Talk to your leaders in school. Tell them how you feel. What happens most of the time is we hide our feelings when we are not happy. We try to manage, so we withdraw from people. We withdraw from engagements. Yes.
What if some people don't really like this pity? Oh, sorry.
No, it's not pity party you should invite. But you need to find comfort. You need to tell people where it hurts. Yeah, but just try. At times, making yourself available for comfort, people connect to it. So you can't put it in words, but your teachers, your pastors, your leaders, or your parents can feel it. So they'll give you the comfort. At times, you may need a hug from your parents. Don't go and lock yourself up in a room and say, no, it's fine, it's fine. But you are not hitting. But you're saying it's fine, it's fine. Express the emotions. Let people know how you feel so that they can help you through the emotion. All right? Next. When you're alone in a room with your crush. Don't try to look holy here. Oh. We are real. We are real. Okay? We are real. So, part of emotional intelligence is knowing your limits. You do what? Guys, don't say, I can handle it. And you go and bring a Bible and put on your table. The Bible says, flee. You know what the word flee means? Run from every appearance of evil. The moment your body is feeling somehow and you're feeling funny about the ambience and it's saying nice things, giving you lyrics. Assurances, Abby. You are not even in 100 level. It's giving you a picture of your future. And the children that will come. It's not time yet. Flee. All right? So avoid putting yourself in situations that could compromise your integrity. All right? What if you failed an exam? In context, are we together? One house. Let's come together. A teenager in the UK, Nigerian, no, I think she was 22 last month, killed herself because she failed an exam. And her parents didn't know. She checked the result and checked into an hotel in another state, and she hung herself in a hotel. You must put failure in context. Failure is an opportunity to try again to succeed. It's not the end of the journey. So it could happen that you may fail at something. It may not be exams, but at anything. See it as an opportunity to know it more and then do better the next time. So share with people. Talk to people. Talk to your counselors. Talk to your pastor. Talk to your parents. It's not the end of the world. Okay? Next. Oh, what if you had a nightmare? How do you feel? You say, yeah. So everybody looks like a demon after that. You begin to see everything. So why do you watch horror movies then? But the point is, let me ask this question. What is the best way out of a nightmare? Wake up! A round of applause for Ruth. Wake up! Wake up! You can't wake up. You need a machine to wake up. God forbid. Wake up here is not just getting out of bed, it's facing the reality. It's just a dream. Maturity. It's just a dream. Don't go to mountain and begin to pray over cockroaches. Now, you need to understand that there are different reasons why we dream. Okay, there are different reasons. It could be an hormonal reaction. Your hormones are playing pranks on you. It could be your brain storing up certain information or images and using it in your dream. Like if you watch a horror movie, for the next 1 month, you are likely to have series of nightmares. Is your brain storing up those information and playing it, doing a movie production on its own, which you cannot release while you're sleeping? It could also mean that you ate too much before bed. Yes. If you eat too much, your body chemicals will be making all kinds of permutations that will also come up, especially if you eat eba just before bed. You are likely going to have nightmares. So what are you like going? You need to put in context why, and then maturity will tell you it's just a dream. So you wake up and you confidently move on from there. Okay, let's go very quickly now. What are the things that we must find for us to know your level of emotional intelligence? Okay, I'll just run through this. What are the things that are involved in emotional intelligence? Number one, telling the truth at all times. Telling the truth at all times shows your level of emotional intelligence. The moment you have to lie, that means you are living in fear. Or you're trying to cover something and you don't want them to see it because you know that if they see it, they may not accept you for who you are. That's lack of emotional intelligence. Number two, doing the right thing at all times. Number three, not agreeing to do something just to please somebody else. And then you now blame yourself later. You don't want to go to the party, but you don't want them to feel like you are not a big boy. And then you get there and you're out of place. Some people ate things that they didn't know about because they didn't want to look stupid. Meanwhile, when they started to purge, they looked more stupid. So don't take it because you want to please everyone. Take it because you know who you are and what is good for you. Next. Being happy to defend your position politely. That's what it involves. Being happy to defend your position. This is what I think over a matter, and you are able to say it confidently. Like in this class, for example, some people may have brilliant ideas about some of the issues we've been discussing, but they are not emotionally intelligent or strong enough to raise their hand to share their opinion. You must be bold to share your position. It doesn't mean you impose it, but you let us know. All right? Being confident about handling conflict if it occurs. Conflicts. There will always be interpersonal conflict and disagreement. What happens to people that are not emotionally intelligent is that they try to cover it and walk away and not address the issue. And it's always boiling before it becomes a volcanic eruption. So you must be confident to say, I don't like how you talk to me. I appreciate that we have a mutual respect for each other. Rather than, don't come near me. Grudges and malice. Next, having a positive attitude. Having a positive attitude. Wear smiles is the best dress for anyone. See life from the bright side. Life is good, isn't it? Life is sweet, isn't it? Not always. Even in that moment that you think is dark, find a good reason to be happy. All right? There's always something to be thankful for. Do you agree with me? There's always something to be thankful for. Understanding how to negotiate when two people want different outcomes. Like we saw in the video, the tortoise and the rabbit. They eventually negotiated and they came up with a plan that worked for both of them. That's part of emotional intelligence. Let's see more. Okay. Can I move on now? All right. Not violating the rights of other people. Who can tell me how do you violate other people's rights? Pardon? What did you say? You can say it, don't be shy. Say it. It's okay. What did you say? Invasion of their privacy. Thank you. What other ways? Taking advantage of them because you think they are weak. Any other? Taking their things and not returning it. Now that people even share hair, you can collect somebody's hair and not return it. And the person is walking without hair. People even share eyelashes. Now I can collect somebody's eyes. Being calm in difficult situations. Controlling yourself. And then not humiliating other people. Not humiliating other people. That deficiency. All right? When you do the same thing, are you not the same? No, look at me. Are you not the same? So in choosing your behavior, you take responsibility for how you behave. It's like a madman slap you and you slap a madman. You know, both of you are mad. So that context, you choose the best behavior and you teach that person. There's what we call situational leadership. Where by your own good behavior, you teach other people how to behave. So you go to your friend and tell him how you feel or how you feel about it. I feel disappointed about this. I feel hurt that you take this thing and not return it to me. And I appreciate if you return it. That's it. If he doesn't return it, if it is possible to let it go, let it go. If it is a serious matter that you could litigate, you can get a lawyer. Yeah, if he takes your car, it's about value now. if the thing is very valuable. But when you take the law into your hands, you are putting yourself on the same level. So who is better? Do you understand? Is that okay? So being real does not mean being aggressive or being rude. Being real is choosing, despite what the other person is doing, how you choose to behave based on principle and values. Or you can report to people in authority to intervene. But when you fight or you do the same thing that the person has done to you, then you're on the same level. Let me take her first.
When my friend borrows my thing and she doesn't want to return it. So there's this thing we do, like I borrow you my thing and you didn't return it. So like I'll let it go for a while and then I'll borrow that thing back. So it's my thing. So like I'll borrow my thing back.
So it's 50-50.
Yes. So like I'll borrow my thing back.
So
and then,
borrow, cancel, borrow.
yes. So like I'll borrow my thing back and so that's it.
Anyway, the point is, look for the higher ideal of value to respond. We are going to see some scriptures to guide our response. But every opportunity you have to influence bad behavior, choose to behave correctly. What you are doing is you are enforcing and reinforcing your whole moral bank account, your value system. That I'm not going to let you drag me down to your level, so you behave better. All right? That's what we want to achieve. Let's move on because of time.
Yeah, my question is, there's one particular people like me, I don't like holding money in my hand because I don't want to spend it. And the thing always took me to the bank every time they keep on seeing me in bank. And sometimes I feel shy going to the bank always, maybe 5,000, 10K, 20K, going bank steady. Because of that, there are some particular people, they will come to me and say, Shedrack, how far now? Do you have some money? Can you lend me? And if I lend them the money, I give money to them. Like when I'm expecting that money, I won't see that cash then.
They don't bring it.
They
don't return
bring
it.
Then. Does it mean that I should stop giving them? Because
Now,
my mind, I have made up not to give them anymore.
Now, in emotional intelligence, don't forget the definition. Knowing, identifying, understanding, and managing your own and other people's emotion. If you have given somebody something once, and the person hurt you and did not return it, by identifying, understanding, and managing the person's emotion, you know the person has no moral integrity. So if they come again, you politely tell them, thank you for the other time, but I'm not sure I want to do it again. That's emotionally intelligent. You don't tell them you don't have. You don't want to. Don't lie. The moment you have to lie, then you have no confidence in yourself. I'm not going to be able to do it again because I've learned my lesson. Absolutely. But if you do it because you are shy, if you do it because you don't want to hurt them, or you do it because you are just ignorant, then you are not emotionally intelligent. So you learn from your mistakes. Even banks will not do it, no matter how prayerful you are. Yeah, they will not lend you again. That's if they don't even take you to court. So take responsibility for yourself by ensuring that you say the truth. Don't even go to whether you have it or not. I'm not going to be able to do it again because of what happened the last time. And you stand by it. That's emotional strength and maturity. But the moment you have to lie, I don't have it, when you have it, then you are second-guessing your personal development and your character development. So don't lie. You will tell them, I'm not going to be able to give you this money because the other time you defaulted and I've learned my lesson. And confidently tell them no. It's a different thing if you want to dash them money. You can give, but when it is borrowing, there are conditions. And one of the critical conditions is that they must have the integrity that they will return it. But if you do it because you're shy or because you're weak, then you need to step up your confidence. All right? Your friends suddenly turned against you because they suspected that you lied about something that you did not lie about, and they called you names and they avoid talking to you. What will you do? You find new friends. You make peace. Let me see your hand if you want to talk. You find new friends, that's your position. You find new friends, that's your position. This is a real life case, actually. This is a real life case. Somebody came to me, your age range, to share, and she was extremely frustrated to the point that she was depressed. She fell into a serious depression. That she was having suicide thoughts.
Wow.
Yes. Because she had to go to the school every day, and she would see them laughing at her. Now, don't forget that you said that it's not always easy, right? Because right there in the school, people knew that you used to hang out in school, you be at the cafeteria together, you walk together and all that. And now they look at you and they laugh at you. They don't want to talk to you. You try to make peace. They don't even want to listen to you. They concluded that that's the way you are. Not make season friends to be lifetime and never lose lifetime friends because of seasons. You must balance it. Okay? I thought you put your hands together at that point. Those are words on the marble. They are friends for seasons. They come and they go. Don't try to force people to remain with you. Don't try it. When it is time for them to go, and it may just be over anything. It could be change of location. It could be change of ideas. It could be that you have found a new meaning to your life and they are not fitting into it. But there will always be seasons that people will leave and people will come. Be open-minded. It's part of your emotional maturity. All these movements around your life are some of the things you need to have a balanced life and to grow properly. So things will be in your control, and there will always be things outside your control. Don't blame yourself for other people's behaviors. Don't take responsibility for other people's errors. Don't react to other people's character flaws. Don't let them drag you down. But you must choose based on values, based on the Word of God and the purpose of God for your life. All right. Yeah, moving to the end of emotional intelligence. So what are the things that you have to base your decisions on how you behave? Number one, choose your action based on the Word of God. What is the Word of God saying about this? What is the Word of God saying about anger, about malice, about sexual feelings, about lying, and so on and so forth? The next, choose based on values. What is right and what is wrong? Being saucy is not nice. Being disrespectful is not nice. Being moody all the time and touchy and nasty is not a good space. It's not even healthy. And then choose based on what? On the purpose of your life. I need everyone to re-echo these three basis for our behavior now. What was the first one? What was the second one? And what was the third one? So the first one, the Word of God. What is the Word of God saying? I'll just run through some scriptures. One person from each group, please read very loudly. Proverbs 16:32. Yes. Group 2. Next, group 3. Next. A soft answer stops a fight, but harsh words stirs up. The last one. My son, my daughter, sinners will try to lead you to sin. Do not follow them. On that note, we round up emotional intelligence. A round of applause for yourselves. I have 6 minutes to talk about personal grooming. Everything we've been talking about is all linked together. So let me just show us what I have. You can read, pass it on. We can read it later. And I'll just talk about the principles. And Dolakbo. When you read the story, you will understand. Please bath regularly and shower. Most teenagers don't use deodorants. And this is within your blind spot level of decency. We know. We know. You will know. Even by the time you finish up and you're about to step out, you will know. But there's something that tells you everybody is doing it. Why not? Are you choosing consciously? Go to ShopRite now. It's difficult for pastors to go to ShopRite because the eyes of the Lord cannot behold iniquity. All right, so please, decency is key in your dressing. If you want to be addressed with respect, then you dress with respect. How about this guy? Because all these guys have been laughing. If you were God and you see your son like this, how will you feel? My son, go back home before I slap you. Decency is key. You don't have to belong to the wrong club. You don't have to. If you know the history of this, you won't even try it. Are you a prisoner? So know things about yourself. Trust God. Acknowledge God in all your ways, and He will direct your path. You need to be humble to let God reveal you to you, so that as you know yourself more, you become a better person. I'll see you all at the top.